Good afternoon and welcome to today's episode of NWCR's Removing a Liberal Blindfold for this, the 23rd day of July in the year of our Lord 2026. Today's episode comes from New Mexico, where the governor is showing her evilness, and she is the most evil woman that I have ever known of. From the Pinyon Post News comes this one. MLG boasts thousands travel to New Mexico for abortions. If New Mexico in this next election doesn't breathe a sigh of relief for the babies and votes in another like MLG like Holland, then they will get more of the same. Total evilness and a murder of thousands more babies, and a new governor being just what the old one is, a mass murderer. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is openly celebrating New Mexico's role as the abortion destination, boasting in a new social media post that more than 11,500 patients received abortion services in the state in 2024. For pro-life New Mexicans, the post was not a point of pride. It was a chilling reminder of how aggressively the Democrat governor has worked to turn the state into one of the nation's most permissive abortion hubs. At a time when reproductive health care access continues to disappear across the country, New Mexico is still holding the door open, Lujan Grisham wrote on X. "We've worked to protect patients, support providers, preserve access to care. And that care to her is murdering babies." She then touted the number. Those efforts help make New Mexico a trusted destination of care for more than 11,500 patients receiving abortion services in 2024, including thousands who traveled from states where access was severely restricted, unquote, the governor wrote. In other words, while many states have moved to protect unborn children after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, Lujan Grisham is bragging that New Mexico has become a magnet for abortion. The governor framed the issue as health care access, writing that protecting access means ensuring people can get care when they need it, and continuing to invest in providers and facilities across the state. But critics say the numbers represent thousands of unborn lives ended in New Mexico, many from women brought in from states that choose stronger protections for babies. The governor's video accompanying the post was just as revealing. Quote, "Every woman in America, every child, every family, everyone is worth standing up for," unquote, Lujan Grisham said. She then praised Planned Parenthood and tied abortion access to democracy and equality. Quote, "It's more than making sure that women's lives are saved and access to life-saving care and freedom and choice is protected for everyone. It's about restoring a country to a democracy that recognizes we must have equality at our doorstep," unquote. She closed with a slogan. "And it's not just for Planned Parenthood. I'm wearing pink," she said, "because pink is power. I'm clear about that." The remarks come as New Mexico continues to occupy an extreme position on abortion policy. Unlike many states, New Mexico imposes no gestational limit on abortion, meaning the procedure remains legal throughout pregnancy under state law. Lujan Grisham and legislative demonorats have also worked to shield abortion providers and patients from out-of-state investigations and to block local governments from restricting abortion. The state has invested taxpayer dollars into expanding abortion infrastructure, including in southern New Mexico, where officials have openly acknowledged the goal of serving patients from states such as Texas and Oklahoma. That is the part Democrats rarely say plainly. New Mexico is not merely preserving abortion access for residents. Under Lujan Grisham, the state is helping build an abortion pipeline for women traveling from other states where voters and lawmakers have chosen more pro-life laws. Abortion rights groups describe that as compassion. Pro-life New Mexicans see it as an industrialization of abortion, subsidized and celebrated by the state's highest elected official. The contrast could not be clearer. At a time when New Mexico faces rampant child poverty, failing schools, violent crime, fentanyl deaths, and a shortage of medical providers, the governor is celebrating the state's growing abortion numbers as a success story. Her post did not mourn the thousands of unborn children whose lives ended. It did not acknowledge pro-life New Mexicans who believe every child deserves protection. It did not mention the moral weight of making New Mexico a destination for late-term abortion. Instead, Lujan Grisham treated the numbers like an achievement. For the governor of New Mexico Democrats, more abortions apparently mean more access. For pro-life New Mexicans, it means something far darker. Thousands of unborn babies killed and the governor taking a victory lap. And now we'll remove that liberal blindfold. First off, New Mexico is the baby murder capital of the world because of abortions, and this is to MLG. Sadly, she will never hear this, but this is not something to be proud of. It is instead something to be afraid of. You are going to hell, for you are nothing but a mass murderer. From the Bible it says from Psalms 127, 3 and 4, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth." When it comes to the demonorats, they only see children as a thing that they can use for their own power, even when that power kills them before they can even be born. Michelle Lujan Grisham is such a demonorat, evil to the core, and sooner New Mexico realizes this, the better the state will be. John F. Kennedy once said, "Children are the living messages we send to a time we will not see." That said, the demonorats like MLG and Deb Haaland of New Mexico, along with all the other demonorats around this nation, care nothing for the children they are always trying to eviscerate from our society. They only care about themselves and the power they want, nothing more. The sooner we all realize this and stop voting them into offices of power, the better off this nation will be. Thank you for watching, and as an old friend of mine used to always say, we shall not be ruled. NWCR is heard through Conservative Nation Media, or CNM, from behind that silver microphone of freedom with the voice of reason in this increasingly unreasonable world, where America always wins. Please subscribe to my updates that are now put on Rumble, BitChute, YouTube, and Facebook. If you want to know what is really going on here in America, because the lying liberal lamestream media will not tell you the truth, as they are infected with TDS and have absolutely no common sense. Stop listening to CNN, MS Now, The View, and others like them, because they don't know the truth and, for that matter, probably never will. We must stop telling lies disguised as truth and start using our God-given common sense and the truth again, because without those, America's demise is absolutely assured. Have a good day, and God bless you all.